Domain 3A, Communicating with Students. ExploreLearning Gizmos come with lesson materials for every gizmo included in the library. One item includes the teacher guide. Within the body of the teacher guide are 3 sections to support teachers in communicating with students. With framework elements of expectations for learning, directions and procedures, and explanations of content in mind, the teacher guide may be used during instruction to assist the teacher with these elements. Learning objectives are noted at the beginning of the teacher guide as statements of student learning and provide clarity of the purpose for the gizmo lesson. Teachers are encouraged to capitalize upon these to craft their own objectives that will suit the needs of their students during planning and preparation. Emphasis is placed upon including 3 key elements: content, activity, and assessment when creating objectives. The suggested lesson sequence section provides teachers with ideas of how to present the material in a logical sequence and with suggested timeframes for proper pacing. This section may also support teachers in formulating clear directions and procedures. The teacher guide is also littered with valuable information to support the teacher in presenting accurate content knowledge and clear explanations of the concept or content at hand. This information can be found in the scientific background section of the teacher guide if the gizmo is a science-focused gizmo, or a mathematical background section if the gizmo is a math-focused gizmo. Also included in the teacher guide of science-focused gizmos is the connection section. The connection section provides specific examples that teachers may capitalize upon to bridge content to real-life examples or applications. These include current events, environmental, historical, literature, math, meteorology, paleontology, and technology connections, just to name a few. Let's first look at the teacher guide as it applies to Domain 3A, Communicating with Students. ExploreLearning Gizmos are built with a suite of lesson materials to accompany every gizmo found in the library. One item includes the teacher guide. Notice that each of the lesson materials here are available in both PDF and Word document format. This is true for all gizmos that offer a student exploration sheet, an exploration sheet answer key, teacher guide, and vocabulary sheet. Let's now look at the teacher guide from beginning to end to see the areas that support Domain 3A, Communicating with Students. The teacher guide begins with learning objectives, followed by targeted vocabulary. The lesson overview section follows next, in which gizmo activities are outlined. 3 gizmo activities have been created for this gizmo example, called Force and Fan Carts. All teacher guides contain the lesson overview section, however the number of activities may differ depending upon the gizmo. Activities are built upon cognitive complexity and are presented in a progressive order. In the suggested lesson sequence section, the teacher may find pre, during, and post-gizmo activity suggestions and discussion questions to infuse throughout the lesson. Suggested timeframes along with more specific detail are also noted for each element. The scientific or mathematical background section may be referred to by the teacher during instruction to ensure clear and accurate explanations of content are given. The teacher may also present information found in the connection section for science-focused gizmos to help infuse intra- and interdisciplinary connections into the lesson in an effort to bring content to real life. At the end of the teacher guide are select web resources that have been vetted by ExploreLearning's curriculum team. In addition to the teacher guide, each gizmo also comes equipped with a vocabulary sheet. The vocabulary sheet may be used by the teacher to ensure the teacher's vocabulary and usage are correct and suited to the lesson. The teacher may choose to provide brief vocabulary lessons where appropriate to aid in students' comprehension of content. Students may also reference the vocabulary sheet if they have an ExploreLearning Gizmos account to aid in their understanding of content. The vocabulary sheet may also direct both the teacher and students' attention to possible misconceptions. As you will see, vocabulary words featured on the vocabulary sheet are highlighted throughout the student exploration sheet. Let's take a look at both the vocabulary sheet and student exploration sheet as they apply to Domain 3A, Communicating with Students. Here is the structure of the vocabulary sheet that accompanies the gizmo. In this example for force and fan carts, 5 vocabulary words and their definitions are listed. Notice the misconception alert presented for mass. This alert draws both teacher and student attention to this possible misconception to build awareness. Since the vocabulary sheet is available in Word format, the teacher may add vocabulary words to the existing list or modify the format of the sheet to create vocabulary activities or mini assessments. Let's now look at the student exploration sheet to see how vocabulary is highlighted. Taking a look now at the student exploration sheet, notice it is available in both PDF and Word document format. All student exploration sheets start off with prior knowledge questions, followed by a warm-up. From here, the student exploration sheet is then broken down by activity, which is noted at the top of the page. Vocabulary words presented on the vocabulary sheet are highlighted throughout the student exploration sheet. It is recommended to use the student exploration sheet in tandem with the vocabulary sheet as a student reference. You may now click on the orange EL logo in the bottom right corner to return to the main menu, or wait to continue to domain 3B, using questioning and discussion techniques.